Hey everyone, so I thought it might be helpful for me to kind of chronicle my back surgery in hopes that this might be something helpful for others and just let people know kind of my experience. I'm 34 and I have been dealing with pretty severe low back pain and left leg pain to the point of weakness, numbness, not being able to feel my foot. Um, for the past couple months, it's been to the point of every day when I get home from work, I have to lay down with an ice pack, and that's kind of been my life for a while. And the pain was just getting to be too much. I have two young children, so my quality of life was nothing at this point, and I wanted to get back to being a regular person. So I decided to move forward with surgery. I am day one post-op. So yesterday, which was January 12th, I had a successful anterior and posterior L5-S1 spinal fusion. The surgery went great. The surgeons they said everything was very successful. When I woke up from surgery, my leg pain was not gone, which is something I had heard other people had experienced. I was slightly bummed about that, but it didn't discourage me from the whole process. The pain, I am not going to lie, was unbearable yesterday. I was expecting pain at the surgical site from, they put rods and screws in my back to stabilize the spacer that they put in from the front. So I was definitely expecting the pain in the back. I wasn't quite prepared for the level of pain that I would be experiencing. At first, I was only supposed to be in the hospital for one night, and the hope was to be released today, which is Saturday the 13th, as long as everything went well. They have had a very hard time controlling my pain. We've tried quite a few things at this point. I think we've kind of figured something out. Going back to yesterday, day of surgery, I was very optimistic to get on my feet. I am an extremely independent person. I have a hard time asking for help, and I do everything on my own. So I was very eager to get on my feet and see if I could walk. I'm not quite sure how many hours it was post-op that physical therapy came by and gave me the option to try to get on my feet. I was in a good amount of pain. I think I told them I was either a 9 or a 10 out of 10. And they said they would not normally even attempt to put somebody on their feet at that level of pain. But because I was so eager and optimistic, they were ready to give it a try. So we gave it a shot. I got up on my feet. Super duper painful. I am not going to lie or sugarcoat this by any means. I got on my feet, had a walker to lean on. I was able to kind of maybe shuffle 2 to 3 steps forward. I got really lightheaded and extremely nauseous. I did not end up getting sick, fortunately. That's kind of a fear of mine after having this back surgery, and considering they went in through the front also, getting sick is the last thing I want to do. So they got me back in bed and gave me another dose of pain med so my body could relax. I'm not sure if this happens to everybody, but when I get an extreme amount of pain, my body starts shaking. And I think it freaks the nurses out because I'm not sure if they think I'm convulsing or gonna have a seizure. I'm not sure what they think, but I let them know it's just the pain, that I would be okay. So just had to start focusing on some deep breathing and, got my pain meds. And I was able to finally relax. I was under the impression that with back surgery, because they put hardware in my spine, and to keep things stable, that I would need to lay on my back all the time. That's not working for me by any means. I've been a side sleeper for as long as I can remember, or stomach sleeper, but since having this really bad back issue, I've only been a side sleeper, and only on my right side, because my left side is the problem side. and I'm not sure if I actually explained, so I did not have an injury or anything. This is actually genetics. I was just born with weaker bones, degeneration set in quicker, and I have what's called bilateral pars defect, which is in essence a fracture at my L5-S1 area. So instead of my vertebrae kind of staying straight like it should, it's doing this, or was doing this, kind of going back and forth and smashing the crap out of my nerve. So sorry, fast forward to where we are right now. Once they got me back in bed and got the pain meds in, I needed to get rolled over onto my side. So for the most part, since I've been out of surgery, I have been laying on my right side in bed. I will kind of reposition to my back just for a little bit, just to move, because moving does help. But for the most part, I have been on my right side. And that seems to be fine. I've got pillows propped up behind me, pillows in between my legs. So they're doing an amazing job keeping me as comfortable as possible. And my major accomplishment today is I have gotten up twice. So the first time, OT came in, they got me up. We walked to the restroom with the walker. Because they took my catheter out this morning. I was able to do business myself and walked over to the sink, got to brush my teeth, kind of freshen up my face so I didn't feel like a scumbag, just being out of surgery and laying in bed. And then, it seems that every time I get up on my feet, it spikes my pain up to damn near close between a 7, like an 8 to 10. So they got me pain meds again. Things started settling down, and I was actually just getting ready to take a nap when physical therapy came back. And I almost wanted to turn them away, but at the same time, like I said earlier, I am an extremely independent person. I have 2 small children that I cannot wait to get home to. So when they came in and gave me the opportunity to get back on my feet and try walking, I jumped at it. So got up, went to use the restroom again, not at the commode at the bedside. I actually went into the restroom, and they gave me the option if I wanted to kind of walk down the hallway. And I accomplished a whole lap on my floor. I almost want to cry right now because I am so proud of myself. This has been hard. I was expecting this to be hard. I was expecting pain, but I don't think you can ever quite prepare yourself. Sorry, I'm laying down, so my video is all sideways and weird, so I apologize for anybody that watches this. This is huge for me. I've had a really hard time with the pain control here. They're actually not letting me go home today because we can't quite get my pain under control. I think we're getting really close, and I am very optimistic I will be able to go home tomorrow. My husband did so much research and watched so many videos to prepare us both for this. And he's been encouraging me to document this for myself, but also to share with everybody else in hopes that this might help somebody else make a decision to have this back surgery or not. He's been amazing, and I'm very actually glad that he encouraged me to do this. And I will try to continue to do this daily, if not daily, maybe every couple days, and, just kind of show the progress of this, because everybody's different. I've watched a few videos where somebody didn't really have the back pain. It was more the anterior incisions that they did that were bothering them the most. And this other individual, I watched their video, they were up and walking, like with very minimal problems, like hours after their surgery. Went home the next day, was, just complete opposite of me. But the thing is, that didn't discourage me because I understand that's a different person. Her pain pre-surgery was way different than mine, way different. And she might have not have waited as long to have the surgery. I put this off for like 2 years, at least 1.5 years from the first recommendation of surgery. So I might have put this off too long, and that is probably why I am having a harder time with the pain post-op, because the nerve in my back was severely pinched, partially damaged. So, my surgeon's hopeful that, within weeks, or, it might take a few months, that the nerve pain will diminish. Obviously, he can't guarantee that, so I totally understand that. But yeah, that's my story so far, and this is only, like I said, day one post-op. I am beyond proud of myself for walking a lap around my floor. This is huge compared to what I've been dealing with. So I hope everybody enjoyed this. I really hope that this helps somebody else. And I will continue to do updates. All right. Thanks, everybody. Bye.